Right, so we are now here at Westbury and we're going to catch a taxi to Adso's camp. What? Oh, does this quite a lot. Right, well, as apparently, unless can I buy it with turbine points, let's see. Ritz. Complete rip-off. No, I can't. Oh wait, can I buy one? Like a single Ritz. Right. Well, this just shows how much I love making this series for you guys. I'm gonna end up with 10 turbine points left, so I can buy a Ritz to go to Adso's bloody camp, and that's dogs are messing around with, well, they're like bashing against their cage in the background. Right, so there's the Rick gone, just to go to Adso's camp via taxi, because I don't want to skip loads of it, and I don't want to walk all the way to where I need to go. So by getting a taxi to Adso's camp, sorry, his textures are loading and whatnot. By getting a taxi to Adso's camp, we can then just walk along the path. If I show you now, this is where we're going. This is where the quest destination is. Right. So I hope you're all okay as we make this quite short journey. Check out, if you haven't already, check out the Gaming Dracoon. It's one of our best friends, David, and we didn't want to overpile the actual gaming testament with people because there's already me, Morgan, Harry, Will, and Sasha. We didn't want to overpile it with people, so we thought, why not set up a separate branch? So the Gaming Dracoon is David's channel. If you're curious as to where the word Dracoon comes from, David made it up, I think, for his Minecraft user. He's called Dracoon, and it was originally going to be the Gaming Disciple, but we later found out there's a very popular YouTube channel called the Gaming Disciple. I better call John in for help. We were going to call it things like the Gaming Prophet, because we thought if we're going to be called the Game Testament, we may as well do some religiously themed thing. Are you getting attacked? No. But because those were taken, we just thought, why don't we just use your Minecraft name? It's completely unique. He will be doing Minecraft and Tekkit gameplay. If you don't know, Tekkit's sort of a spin-off from Minecraft that involves a lot of machine work and a lot of electrical work. It's a lot more complex than Minecraft. Probably it's a lot harder than Minecraft as well. It's very good fun once you get a hang of it, though. And whether you're on survival or creative, it's a very good fun process to be involved with. David will be doing gameplay with members of our channel every so often on here, and members of the channel will be doing gameplay with David on the Gaming Dracoon. So make sure to alternate between the two when it comes to videos. We will favourite each other's videos just in case you only go to one channel and you forget to go to the other one. Give us a subscribe if you haven't already, but more importantly, give the Gaming Dracoon subscribe, and give it a couple of views, give it a couple of likes, and give it a couple of favourites as well. And the same goes for our channel if you haven't already. Okay, so I really need to get fraps. Xfire sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Well, it's good when you need it to be good. Well, no, it's not. When it's good, it's good enough for what you need it to be. But then when you really need it to be good, it sucks. Alright, so how far are we from Langland now? Not far at all. Where's John to? John's by there. I've noticed since we got monetization, we've had a lot more views as well. I don't know if that's because it's been shared around a lot more, but if you do like what you see, please understand that we are a very low scale, very literally micro budget channel. We literally work with what we have. We were lucky enough that Morgan was blessed with a really good computer before we made these videos. I was blessed with a decent laptop, Harry was blessed with a decent laptop, Sash was blessed with a good computer, and Will was blessed with a decent laptop, and David is too. But in regards to getting games and software and stuff, it's not easy. 3 people, Morgan, Sasha and David, all have fraps, but the rest of us are stuck with Xfire at the moment. We're a real micro budget channel, and it's very hard to get around, so if you could give us a share, through the understanding that we're a very low budget channel, very low scale channel trying to make it. Okay, so this is Langland even, so we're going to right click on him. Got anything to say? Oh, I just right clicked on him, why isn't he speaking?
How can I be of service?
Alright, so Aragon has sent aid. Woohoo! Oh, they were Nazgul and Buckland. Gosh, why has it been so slow? Alright, level 15. Now, level 15 means you can get your own house. They cost a complete gold coin, however. And if you remember, we are saving up for a mount as well. How much have we got? 352. It's not enough for a mount either. Now, we're too low level to do this. Remove that from the tracker. However, we're going to track Trouble in Buckland as we are freakishly close to that. And the rest of this episode, we will do Trouble in Buckland. And then next episode, we'll probably do the Epic Quest. Right. So I'm using WASD and QE for my movements. You can also use the arrows. Because I know that may sound like I'm stating the obvious, but you'd be surprised how many games don't actually don't actually have arrow movements and just have WASD. I prefer WASD because more often than not on games like Lord of the Rings Online, you can use Q and E to sort of run completely right that way or run completely left that way, rather than going like that all the time. If I actually switched my arrow keys like that. So I would recommend using WASD QE, but if you prefer the arrows, it's your personal preference. So Buckland is basically the furthest through Breeland, other than the Brandy Hills obviously, but the furthest civilization, as to put it, you can get into Breeland without actually entering the Shire, because that is the Brandywine Bridge, and that leads over into the Shire. Now, what level are these people? Right, 24 and 23. I don't want to make sure I'm like the only person around my level that doesn't have a mount yet. There's a lot of quests here, so I'm going to be doing these between episodes, but this is Salandine Brandy Book. You'll remember here from the first episode even, and the first few quests. Was that Trouble in Buckland?
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Right, where's Balmfalong? This is level 14. Right, I can't see on the map, so I'm just going to have to hope. Is it in Buckland? It's in the Old Forest. Okay, so I wasn't expecting to go to the Old Forest this episode. I love Buckland. Buckland is a really nice place. Turbine have crafted Buckland really well, and I think it's a really nice looking place. And the Shire is good as well. I love how Buckland isn't, because you go to different places, they've got their own individual styles. I mean, how far am I from the Old Forest? I mean, you go to places like Breetown, you're not going to mistake it for Thorns Hall, or you go to Thorns Hall, you're not going to mistake it for Breetown. If you go to the Shire, you're not going to mistake it for Rivendell. But if you go to Buckland, it's halfway between. It's a mixture of the Shire and Breeland, and I think that's really cool because it sort of takes two completely different places and creates a whole new place out of them. So I've got mail. I don't know what it's for. Where is this Old Forest? Oh, he's in the marsh, not in the Old Forest. Alright. Now, one of my favourite things about Lotro, and there's actually a video dedicated to this on YouTube, is the water. Look at that water. I mean, there's not a bit of water on Lotro. Well, it depends on where your graphic settings are. If they're really low, it's just like a red patch. Put post-processing effects on, and you'll see the differences. But if I give you a quick demonstration of the differences without post-processing, interactive water I've got off, and it still looks really good. But if you put post-processing effects off. Look at it. It's just like horrible. So if you put it back on, it looks divine. If I'm gonna go even more formal and posh than I normally am. What a delightful musical melody that was. And it's still going. It's really in your face right now. In case you haven't noticed already, they're not using Howard Shore's soundtrack from Lord of the Rings. I think because a lot of people don't like that, and I've said this in another episode before. I think it was episode 3 or episode 2. No, I think it was episode 2. But I think it's really good they've used their own soundtrack, because it's showing that they're not only making a Lord of the Rings game, they want to make their own MMO. And what is it with so many ugly dogs on this game? So Old Forestry.
I've no truck with strangers.
So we've got to go over to Newbury. Where's Newbury from here? So we're actually in the Shire now. Newbury. If we close that off. I see is no Newbury. Oh, there it is. So we're going back on the other side of this river. Is it Brandywine, is it called? Yes, Brandywine River. It would make sense as the bridge to go across it. It's called the Brandywine Bridge. Now, in case you hadn't noticed, if you've been following the series for quite a long time, since the beginning of the series, I have stopped using at the beginning of my videos, and I've gotten rid of on my old videos as well, the Howard Shore music. This is because we were worried that we could be in spite of putting a slight warning in the captions, to put it, about we weren't trying to breach copyright. People could take it the wrong way, and we wouldn't want to get into trouble with one of our favourite composers, and more importantly, I wouldn't want to get into trouble and have these videos taken down, because it's quite a lot of work to make these videos sometimes. And for them to be taken down would mean that I've basically made gameplay for you guys for nothing. And they are getting, well, if you look at the amount of views we get per episode, they are getting a considerable amount of views. And I was looking as of today, the date today is, let's look at my mobile phone. The date today is the 12th of February 2013, and episode 3 is more popular than episode 1 and 2. Now, I suppose it's not that big of a surprise to see it more popular than episode 2, maybe, but to see it more popular than episode 1 is it's a bit of a rarity for YouTube channels, because you always get series and where they start, the first episode gets loads of views, like our Guild Wars 2 series this happened to, and then as it goes on the views begin to decrease. But I've got views going up and down. There's no set, it's not going a popular video and then decreasing. It's like going popular video, decreasing, really far up, and then back down. We're getting on average, I think, about 37, I'm not sure. We've got, at the time of this recording, we've got 18 views and 18 videos, 911. Now, I'll do a quick sum now. So we've got 911 views, 18 videos at the time of this. So that's 50.611111. So I'm not sure, but me and David did a calculation before we hit the 900 mark, while we're on 800, and it was about 40 something. I'm not sure, but the average views aren't huge yet. We're getting like combined views aren't bad. Obviously, ideally, we'd want quite a lot of views on our videos. So this is why we want you to share our channel around a bit, put good word for it, and put good word in. Especially if you own a Facebook page, I find it's very helpful if you own a Facebook page of any type to make a Facebook page now, or to post it on a Facebook page. Now, I can't wear those gloves.
Might I trouble you for some help?
Alright, I'll do that off screen. Short video today, because obviously we've come, as you watched last episode, there were quite a lot of sequences of level 15 story quests, and we're level 16 now, but I don't want to go over that long. So this is going to be about a 15-minute video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the Gaming Dracoon as well as all our videos. Thank you for watching. Check out the whole series if you haven't already, and every other series there is. Give us a like, a subscribe, a comment, give us a favourite if you want, and yet again, don't forget to check out the Gaming Dracoon. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.